Hey, I want to look at some channel specific coefficient benchmarks in this short clip. So, we've already seen a lot about MMM, the kind of charts, saturation curve, ad stock, and other things that we can get. But we also know some of these marketing channels behave very, very differently. For example, TV can have a long ad stock, whereas Google search or digital can have a very short ad stock, which just means how long the impact is going to last. So, we have a few of these benchmarks laid out here. And again, I want to preface this by saying some of these are not publicly available because you have to wait for large players like Measured or House or Stella or Cassandra to release some of these metrics. But because we know in marketing there are some patterns, we can roughly assign all these values over here, which can make sense. And also, you have to think about the industry you're in as well. So, if you take, for example, all these over here, like auto has a low ROI, which just means the average order value is so huge compared to if you take some vitamin tablets, for example, in healthcare, $50, you can have a lot bigger ROI. So, again, this is only the pattern. These are not like real numbers or anything, but this just gives you an idea of how these metrics that we're going to look at next can differ from industry to industry as well. But nonetheless, if you have an MMM study result, or if you're planning to do one, these are some typical values that you can expect to see from it. And if they are way over or below some of these metrics, then you can investigate a bit more into that channel. So we'll take a few of this and then I leave this on the screen so you can take a screenshot of this if it's useful. So for example, TV. So from previous videos, we know that the beta range here is like 1.5 to 4, which means for every dollar we put in, we can get between $1.5 to $4. And the ad stock over here is 0.4 to 0.7, which means if you remember the curve that we had, do that again. So if this is like that, so this is close to 1 and this is 0 over here. So if our ad stock is 0.4 to 0.7, this just means that the effect of TV lasts a lot longer. Compare that to paid search over here, which is 0.0 to 0.2, which just means the search can be just like this. So it just goes away within a day or two, but then TV lasts for maybe a week. So again, some examples over here: national TV, beta 2.8, lambda 0.6, and then peak of 2 weeks. And then we have some saturation points over here, 500 to 2 million, depending on the brand and the you're in. Similarly, we can take another example of social media over here. It can give you $1.2 to $3 back and an ad stock of 0.2 to 0.4. So it's not as long lasting as this, but these are common patterns that we can expect, right? So this is not wildly off. 200K to 800K saturation point. And one other thing that we also have to keep in mind is if the channel is like top of the funnel awareness channel versus maybe a bottom funnel kind of channel as well. So you can see here with TV, which is more of an awareness channel, this has a lot more ad stock to it compared to like the social media or the paid search, which have low ad stock, but then they are more bottom funnel kind of channels as well. So anyways, I'm not going to waste your time with too much rambling on this. So it's quite straightforward. Some benchmarks over here that you can compare your MMM against.